Okay, guys, we're going to get started here, and this is recorded and it's live, and let's get going. Okay, so what we're going to cover is the trades that we do, that I do. SPX, all the SPX trades, monthly, 7DT, 0DTE, options on futures, micro futures, and then Ike handles the premium trades along with stock picks, and he runs a live chart room as well. And we also have subscriber trades. Guys have come in, a lot of background in trading. They provide those trades in the subscriber group. So we're going to go through these. First, I'm going to go through them for what I do, and then I'm going to turn it over to Ike and what he does, and then we're going to review Telegram and how you can make the environment better for everyone here. I'm going to just go briefly through basically the trade plans that I have for the trades that I do, and you can see here that when I put on a monthly trade, it's the AM expiration that I use. And the reason for that is because these are really, really wide trades. Once you get further and further away from the money, the liquidity kind of dries up, even with 7DTE or the weeklies. And so that's why I use the AM expiration. So for entering a trade, I use 10 to 12 delta, bull spreads 7 to 10 for bear spreads. Take profit, typically I take, I try to get it for 10 cents. But my trade plan, I still use 50% to 80% when I close out a trade. When these trades get threatened, I don't let them expire generally, unless it's like 10% away from the market, because futures continue to trade. I've been hit with that before. Initiating a roll, it's typically 2.5 to 1.5 when it's threatened, and these are for the AM trades. And I typically don't use stops on these, except when we have some bear spreads that are difficult to close, that I have closed those trades before for losses. So SPX 7DTE, very similar to the monthly trade, use pretty much the same deltas and pretty much the same trade plan, other than when the trade is threatened, I typically use a 40-point distance from the market. Basically, it's the same as the monthly trade. So I call it the trade on steroids, SPX trade on steroids. Okay, 0DTE, most of you know this already. So the best, for me, the sweet spot is the 10 wide. And I like to use premium between 45 and 70. Typically, it's really more 50 to 65, around that area. Take profit, is what I did today. I took profit today just because, the market's really high and we don't know what's going to happen at the end of the day. So I took the profit. But normally I try to leave it, so that it'll expire worthless. When a trade is threatened, bear spreads, typically, I do now close those trades just because it's very difficult to manage a bear spread in a market that's moving higher with volatility going lower. So I do close those trades now, but the bull spreads actually roll. And you guys have probably seen that, already. Okay, so options on futures, I like to get in around 2 o'clock. I use a 15 wide. When I put on that trade, it's between $1.20 to $1.40 for the bull side, and then 80 to $1 on the bear side. So typically take it off at 10 cents. Sometimes I get 5 cents. I do try to use a 2x to 3x stop most of the time. You really can't roll a options on futures trade. You need to close it out and put on another trade. Next here is futures. Here's the actual trade plan that I use for futures. Most of the time I trade in a bullish environment, so trade moving higher, and try to work with the trend in the market. And I do use ABCD patterns. They're really the most reliable patterns that I've used ever before. So I use fib extensions, try to find the bottom, and when we have that AB and then a C down here, so A to B and C to D is the same distance. So what I like to do is get into this trade above the 23.6 fib so that we have some momentum here and have found the bottom. If we don't find the bottom, I use the stop on the A area and let this go up to 100 to 125 when I place this trade. I use Trade just because it's an easy platform and they allow you to the trade, with $100 if you're not trading overnight. But I still recommend a 10K account when you're trading these. Probabilities on these are really, really good. Ike does these too, probably a little bit differently, but they work really, really well. So profit target using the fibs. as I mentioned, from AB to CD. Sometimes I take it a little higher to 125 in a strong market, and that works pretty well. Okay, that covers what I'm going to cover. So I'm going to turn this over to you, Ike.
Okay, thanks, Al. What I'm going to cover today, Al said I run the premium trades over on SOS, and I also run a futures trading room over there. And we also have, I think it's probably one of the better stock services around for the money. And I'll go over the type of trades over there we do and the watch lists that are published monthly and every night for the next day. So I am not as technically good as Al, so I'm just going to pull screens down so you guys can see it. So I'm going to switch over to a screen here, and so you guys can see that. Okay, this is my SOS screen that Al will go over this Telegram software at the conclusion here. But what I have listed here, guys, is you'll see I'm in the premium trade channel, and these are all the open premium trades here. And there's an SPX trade, some buy rights that are open. And this morning I put on a trade for a cat. I saw that and I put on a call, and this is a stop and the soft stop loss I'll use to watch that trade. But I wanted to show you, we also keep, which is attached, pinned to this channel, there's a spreadsheet, and I'm going to pull that down right here. And this is just a log of all the trades that are on right now. And the reason I want to show you this is just to show you the variety of trades that I try to over the premium channel. And you can see here's a August SPX iron condor. Here's a couple of calls, call. There's a diagonal right here. This was an earnings diagonal for ADI. There's a Google call diagonal, the VIX call. When we get down here, some of the buy rights or covered calls that we're in, and you can see the kind of things. And we'll do SPX calendars. And I tell the guys, you know, when they go over here and want to do the premium stuff, I mean, there's a lot of different type trades over here, and you just got to kind of pick the ones that you like, you know, whether it's just a simple call or, you know, call diagonals aren't too complex and stuff like that. So that's just kind of the things that are over there. And then we have another tab that we keep all the closed positions in that we've had. And we kind of keep a running tab here on how much money we've made over here. So that is the diagonal. That is the premium channel type of trades we do. And, you know, we're fairly active in that. Al got me some help in posting, so my number of trades has gone up dramatically since I've gotten the paperwork side off of me. So that is the premium side. I also want to mention, Al had mentioned and I had mentioned that I run it's called Ike's Chart Trading Room right here. This is the channel, live channel right here. Usually there's, 10, 15 members over there, and it's getting bigger. And this is a thread that we put up, and everybody contributes and asks questions. And they say, well, hey, can we look at Netflix? And we'll pull up a chart for Netflix and do the analysis on it. And if anybody wants to set up a trade, we've got a Netflix butterfly on right now that we put on for 27 cents. I think it's worth $3 now. So it's really booming. So we'll do members trades they want to look at. And the main purpose, however, is we'll maintain the SPX chart or ES chart for minis trading. So this is the chart we're looking at over there today. And we're just doing the fib count on this, and we'll put up support, resistance. And we'll also call out live trades like Al does. We have our own channel. We use our own method for doing these trades over there. We have a trade plan. I'll show you that in just a second here. Get this guy out of the way. And the trade plan is pinned up here, and you can see them up there. It's a very specific document we use to put our trades on. And one of the members helped me document that, and it's really a great plan. I can't say enough good things about it, and all the members can use that to work with their trades. So that's Ike's Chart Trading Room right there. Oh, and I want to mention over there too, we do credit spreads over there too. What we do is in the mornings usually we'll put on a 5-wide SPX credit spread and get it for 35 cents and get out at 10. If we have to roll it, it's great because they're only 5 wide to start with. And, rolling to 10 wide is no big deal. and you can just roll it on out the next day. And we try to stay away with any news the next day or anything. So I don't like pressure, so I just try to keep them safe. So now let's take a look at the Stock Picks service. And this is a separate service right here that we have that's separate from SOS service. And I want to mention this and kind of go over the type of portfolios that we have and some of the other features and benefits of the service. So on the service, every evening before dawn, I put out a watch list. So this was yesterday's watch list that we put on. And I use VectorVest, and there's scans over there for these watch lists. I use those and some other things I have to find the best momentum stocks for the next day. So basically the guideline is we wait till 10 o'clock if the market's up. Taking a look at this basket of stocks, and this is a do-it-yourself watch list. So if you see the market's up and this stock is up, you want to put a buy stop just above yesterday's high and get into it and trade it on your own. So that's an example of a overnight watch list. We also do contra ETFs right here. We think the market's going down, and these are leveraged ETFs. They're great for day trading. They're great for helping out your stock portfolio if you want to put those on as a hedge. And sometimes I'll show both of them. I didn't show both of them today because I thought the market was going up after that Senate deal. And anyway, so that is a watch list. But I also wanted to show you guys, we also put on a monthly watch list right here. And what I do is I go through 9,000 stocks. I got various scans that I put on, and I try to find the best top, 30 or 40 stocks in the market. And these stocks can be used for swing trading, covered calls. If they have options, you can use them for options. But I'll put that out there try to put it out beginning every month. And every portfolio I think you're going to trade starts with a good watch list. And these are some of the top stocks in the market out there. And we put that on, like I said, at the beginning of the month. So that's the nightly watch list and the monthly watch list. Now, as far as the types of portfolios, and these portfolios, what I'll do is I'll actually call out and say, hey, okay, we want to buy X stock at this price, and I've bought it. I'll give you an example here. This is if you go and hit on this channel right here. These are it's called the RSI portfolio, and this is a type trade invented by Larry Connors. I've been over to VectorVest for about 20 years, and I automated it, so it's an automated portfolio. So when I get the signal, I just post it for the guys. For instance, this morning we sold LVS, and we had put that on, I guess, yesterday or so. And so we get help with the losses and the wins and all that. I just wanted to show you.
That's Ike's backyard, by the way.
Yeah, that's my backyard. Well, got to do something. All right. So here's the RSI portfolio, and we're going to look at, I just want to show you the trade plan of it. That's what I'm just doing right here. I'll pull it over right here. So this is the trade plan, and that we work with on that, 7 positions. But it's pretty specific based on the automation for the portfolio. And like I say, Larry Connors invented this trade, and Linda Ratchke later on put it in a book. And luckily it can be automated, and that's the way this thing runs right here. If I can find, let's see, RSI. I'll show you the way that I won't do this for all of them because I don't want to keep you guys here all afternoon. But if I can find this automated search right here, I'll just show you the way it works because it's pretty cool. This is what it looks like, and this is the basis for that whole portfolio. And this is the Larry Connors deal here. The price has to be above the 200-day moving average, and that means the stock is bullish, and the RSI is currently below the 25, which means it's pulled back. So this is a pullback trade. And just a few other things. Stock price has got to be over 150. You know, you got your volume and no ETFs in this portfolio. So if I run it right now, see if it comes up anything if I need it. And so there's no stocks right now that qualify for that search. But that's the criteria for putting a new position on if a slot is available. So just wanted to show you that right there, and we'll look at some of the other portfolios. Pull this back over here. By the way, that's a famous golf hole. That's number 9 up at the Greenbrier in West Virginia. It's been there for like 125 years. Not quite as old as me, but
Nice.
Okay, so that's the RSI portfolio. We also have an ETF portfolio. And what this portfolio does, guys, is I just run it manually looking at charts and things, and I tried to find ETFs that are moving up or down, and I put those over there. It's a pretty active portfolio, and I enjoy working with that because I like to do chart analysis. We also have a dividend portfolio, and this is suitable for retirement. Not many trades go on in it, so I mean, you don't have to be like sitting in front of the computer. And really, on all these stock portfolio trades, you do not have to be sitting in front of the computer because if you do it 2 or 3 hours later, no big deal. So here's the dividend portfolio right here, and what I do is every couple of weeks I'll update, you know, the status of it for the guys. You know, new subscribers, you can buy it. Do not buy. You know, current subscribers hold. New subscribers do not buy. Like that. So the goal on that is to stay above the S&P dividend yield, which is 1.62, and currently this portfolio has a yield of 5.4% with an earnings yield of 7.45. So that's kind of something I look like. So that's look for. We also have a swing trade portfolio, and that's stocks that we might want to hold, you know, for a week or so, or even longer. And this portfolio is totally automated too. So I get buy and sell signals on these portfolios. So, and I'll post those. You can see here this morning, we put in these positions right here on it, and then it gets updated right there. So that's that portfolio. I think, oh yeah, we got a wheel trade portfolio. And what we're doing over there is we're just selling naked puts. We got to, if they get assigned, we'll go ahead and start selling calls on it. But it doesn't happen very often. So that's the 5 portfolios that we run over there on that service. So I think that's all I have, Al, on my presentation. So any questions on anything other than I need a new mic, and I know don't go there, man. We've been having this mic issue for a while. Thanks for bringing it up, though. All right. Let's see. Questions. How do you subscribe to ICE? Chart trading chat. That's Moses. It's over in the. If you're a future subscriber, over in the option service, it's just one of the channels over there. Let's see. Is there enough interest based on the experience of the members? Do you now think you could hold educational webinars on the basics of spreads? Don't you have some of those recorded, Al?
I do. Yep, I can put that together. And actually, I just almost finished a entry level, you know, basics option course. It's got 35 lessons in it, and it's, you know, it's something that we're going to put out pretty soon here. But yeah, we can in the room there, we can you know, put out some basic you know, basic options, and just let us know what you're looking for, and we'll accommodate.
Yeah, I mean, even, you know, I know, I really think this is a unique type service. I mean, we'll work with members one-on-one if they have some issues and want to, you know, do some stuff, you know. So we're pretty flexible with that. So Billy, do your SPX spread strikes ever conflict with Al's? I told Al not to let that happen. I tell you the truth, I don't know. I don't check. So I mean, I just run it to what I see. So I'm sure if you're trading on a platform, you're going to see it. What is the Telegram name?
Yeah, Billy, I can tell you how to upgrade or downgrade to get the chart room. So I'll send you a note on that.
Okay, I think we got them all the questions, do we? Well, there's John at the top.
Yeah,
Al.
interested. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Oh wait, can you show Al's channel? Yeah, we're gonna go through that in the Telegram now. As soon as Ike's done here.
Okay, please do more update communications with our SPX ES option trader. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
So
Yeah, working on that, David.
you can take it away now, sir.
Okay. Send us a replay. Okay, so let me go through the Telegram here. So these are the chat channels, okay? And when you see a pin here, you know, in that, not a pin, not that pin, but this pin here, okay? There's information, and when you click on it, it'll show the information that's in the channels. All right. So this one has quite a few, and we manage that from time to time. Okay. So if you go to like the 0DTE channel, there's a pin on the right hand side, and it'll take you to where the performance is on these sheets, trade plans, and then other information that we put in there. And each of the channels has all that information. Now, if you want to manage the settings, you can look at, you know, specifically notifications and sounds, and this basically, you know, tells you, you know, flash the icon bar, desktop notifications, and then even Windows notifications down here. And if I go there, you can see the desktop notifications as well in the window. So those are the Windows notifications. So it's got a lot of different notifications. And then what I use too is a folder, and you can download the folder, and that way you can really segment out all the different trades and chat channels and channels, so that you have it organized. Any questions that you guys have on this? Which service deals with 0DTE, 7DTE, and SPX credit spreads? That's the SOS Trade Alerts that do that. And then we have SOS Stock Picks as well. Can we install Telegram without a cell number? You can download a Google phone number and put it in there if you don't want to use your phone. And actually, that's what I do with my pseudonym, Dan Anderson. You sent out a notice to reset subscriptions. That's still necessary? Oh, yes. What happened was we had a support issue a couple days ago, and when you go into the Telegram bot, you know, that you signed up in, you have to go in there and select status. You know, you have to write in status, because right now it's going to show you a deleted channel. And if you just type status in that area that you go into in Telegram, that's why I emailed for the presentation instead of using Telegram, because you guys wouldn't be able to see it. But now you can if you go in there and type status. Oh, I tried status prompt and nothing happened. Huh. When you go into the channel here, let's see. Okay, so I'm going to go to Dan Anderson. If you go into trade alerts, down here, if you type status, that's what'll come up. Is the channels that you're assigned to. If I type plans, it'll show what's available so that you can sign up. So you should be able to see what I'm seeing, but first you have to type in status in this area. You know, when you go into SOS Trade Alerts, this is the bot, and you type in status, then the channel will come back alive, basically. Did it work for you? Hopefully it did. Any other questions on this? Okay, guys. Sorry guys for the technical problems. This was our first one. Hopefully it'll get better, and happy trading. All right. We'll see you on the other side. Thanks.